From the Live X Studios in New York City, Cheesehead TV brings you two guys who like to think they know something about football.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Packer Transplants Live. I am Aaron Nagler, and I am joined, as always, by Mr. Corey Behnke, my partner here at Cheesehead TV. I am coming to you live from our Live X studio in Midtown Manhattan. Corey joins us live from Green Bay, Wisconsin, across the street from Lambeau Field, and we are ready to talk some Packers. What do we have on tap today, Corey?
Today, we'll get ready to go 1-0 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But right now, it's time for the good, the bad, and the ugly. We got the good. We got
Getting healthy.
We got the bad. We got
a weekend of no Packers football. Man, that stuff is just the worst.
I don't like it. We got the ugly. We got
the Minnesota Vikings, baby. Oh, look, another game they probably should have won that they pissed away. I mean, you hate to see it, but if there's an ugly, it's the Minnesota Vikings. What's up,
you
Corey
really do
Behnke?
hate to see it. Okay,
how are you?
I just want to take a moment. I just want to take one moment. Okay, I want to say hi to. I want to say hi to our favorite fan. So I'm just gonna wave to him real quick. Hey, Coach, how's it going? What's up? Thinking about you. Never stop. All right, there we go.
Never stop, never stopping. Corey Behnke waving. You know Matt LaFleur's watching. You know he's sitting there at his computer, at his desk.
I know.
Working out. And, of course. It's like, oh, hey, the guys are live. And then he gives you a little wave across the street there.
Yeah, he gets the notification.
Naturally.
He's got the notification. Then he looks on it. So I needed to give him time to get it so that he could see it. So that by the time he opened it up, he says hi to us.
Yeah, clearly, he has many avenues to find out when Cheesehead TV is going live, whether he follows us on Facebook or subscribes to the YouTube channel, both of which I'm sure he does, under a pseudonym, of course. But then he also has the Cheesehead TV app, so he knows what's up. He's always down to clown with Cheesehead TV. There's no doubt about it. How was your bye week, Corey Behnke? How did you spend a weekend sans Packers football?
Well, I fixed the back focus on this camera. I got our new remote office ready, and then Sunday I installed my own office. So I basically worked through the weekend. I didn't watch any football except for I did watch the Minnesota Vikings lose, which was really fun. You know how you do. I got really drunk Monday night, so that was fun.
Hey, there you go. Now you're talking. Now you're talking my language, Behnke. All right, let's get to some Packers news,
I pulled a Nagler. I pulled a Nagler on Monday night.
Yeah,
I pulled a watch party. We'll just call that a Nagler watch party.
I don't know what you're talking about.
One day we're going to do watch party one time, and we'll be able to be professional at the end.
Good luck with that. All right, so let's get to some Packers news.
One of us will be able to be professional at the end.
Are you done? That's what I meant to say. Are you done? Have you twisted the knife? Yes. Have you made your point? Are you doing what you do? Are we all over? Can we get to Packers news, or do you have any other
wait.
demurs or complaints you'd like to get out there?
I'm going to pull a Match Neidman, and I'm going to kick a dead horse, and let's talk about Bob and Rob Domofsky for a second.
Damn.
Oh, did I say that out loud? Okay, Packers news. What happened? Packers news?
There is some Packers news, Behnke. Did you print out the script? I'm glad you did. So,
yes.
Equanimeous St. Brown and Kamal Martin have both returned to practice. Let's go, people.
All right.
Let's go.
All right.
Getting
you
people
like to
healthy.
See that? You like to
That's
see
what
that?
you like to see.
I like it.
Now, they have a 21-day window as of Monday when they took the practice field to activate these guys to the active roster. There's no guarantee that they will be available this Sunday or that they'll make that move for Sunday's game. If it were to happen, I would suspect we'd see the news on Saturday. So anybody looking out for Kamal or EQ, my hunch is if it's going to happen, we'll get that news on Saturday, but I'll be surprised if it does happen this early. But we'll see. We'll see. Be nice to get him back into the fold, though. Okay. No doubt about it. Next up, on some downer injury news, we've got Kevin King and Swerve and Irvin both dealing with injuries. Kevin King, for the second practice in a row, he wasn't out there on Monday during team, wasn't out there during team stuff today. Yikes, man. For a team in the Bucs who are getting healthy at the wide receiver spot, you hate to see that. I don't want to think about life without Kevin King for a week, but that may very well be the case. He's dealing with a groin injury. You saw him drop out of that Falcons game. You would have thought bye week, little extra rest, hopefully be ready to go, but that is clearly not the case, and you hate to see that. Irvin is dealing with a wrist injury. He has, much like King, not participated in any of the team stuff this week. Going to be interesting to see who they put back there on returns, Behnke. Maybe they'll give you a call.
Please don't call me because
Nope.
I'll just run the other way. So
But
call
hey,
Tom Grassi. I think
Tom
Grassi
Grassi,
wants
he's
the
got
job.
some tape. He's got some tape out there, no doubt about it. And then on a more positive note, Devontae Adams, Rashawn Behnke, and Kenny Clark should. Now I'm not saying they will, but they should all return for this game. Which obviously you want all hands on deck when you're facing Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Clearly, those three would give the Packers an influx of talent that they have been without the last few games. You got to love to see that. And then finally, Corey, on the news front, I had to add this because I know you are a monster fan of the practice squad. You're a big believer in the practice squad. Dominique Daphne was signed to the practice squad. He's an H-back who spent some time with the Colts this summer. He's an intriguing kid. He's similar to DeGuara, probably not as athletic or as explosive, but he's another one of these kind of Swiss Army knife, do it all, line up in the backfield, line up at tight end traditionally, or split out. He can do a bunch of different things. So we'll see if he ends up getting any kind of. I don't think anything will happen this week, but play down the road, or hell, who knows? It's a practice squad guy. He could be gone next week. You ready to talk some offense, Behnke? Ready to talk offensive football? Let's talk about let's not just talk about offense. Let's talk about motion. Pre-snap motion is all the rage. It's all anyone's talking about. You hear guys asked about it each and every availability, whether it's Matt LaFleur, whether it's the quarterback, whether it's pretty much anyone. Devontae was asked about it today. I mean, it's clearly working, right? This offense is 1,000% more efficient than it was last year. They're really leaning into the motion. And our friend Ben Fennell, friend of show, Fennell, has, as he does every week, a great kind of look at, brief breakdown of what this motion does for the offense, specifically for the running game. Rob, if we could run this video and could show the fine folks. Now, I love this jet flip. I love this. This is Tyler Ervin, who's going in motion. It can be anybody. How it removes a player. Now watch this. Eye violation. Ben missed an L there in his lower third, but we'll give him the L. Eye violation. A guy, looking in the wrong spot. That's what it does for you. Now here, down by the goal line, another variation, jet motion. You see what they call the assignment exchange, where guys are trying to adjust during the motion, and that's what makes it so difficult. And then you see Jamal head in for the end zone. I mean, this is great stuff. You love it. However, Ben also made a great note, and I actually asked Coach about this earlier today. I love this kind of breakdown here. When you look at the splits between when they use motion for the running game and when they don't, when they use motion, they're first in the league at 6.3 yards per carry. I mean, if you're getting over 4, you are winning. And the fact that they're getting over 6 every time they use motion, that's insane. Now, you look at their carries without motion. No, we lost Corey. Corey, no, come back, Corey, no. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's back. He's back. Corey, can you hear me? Corey,
what happened?
Give us a sign of life.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, we lost you for a second.
What happened?
But you're back. I don't know, man.
Okay.
It was like watching someone walk on the moon, and then a unnamed creature just came and attacked you, and your video went out. So I was worried. But you're back.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's almost double, right? It's almost double with motion.
You go 6.3 yards per carry, first in the league with motion. But then when they don't use motion, their yards per carry plummets to 3.3. That's less than 4 yards per carry. That's losing on the offensive side of the ball. And it is also good for 29th in the league. So it feels like maybe they're using motion as a bit of a crutch. But as Coach pointed out, and I thought his response was good, after his pause where I could really kind of sense that he wanted to tell me to piss off, where he said, it's very, and this, Corey, this is something you will love. This is what you always preach. It's very situationally driven. And as Matt pointed out, if it's, say, 4-minute offense and you have a lead and you're trying to run the game out and you're trying to bleed the clock, yes, you're probably going to have more difficulty opening those lanes if you're not using motion, etc. So it is just something to kind of watch during the game, whether it's on Sunday or going forward, how much motion they use, when is that predicated and making things happen in the run game, opening avenues, whatever. It's just kind of a neat inside the game kind of thing.
Here's the thing about motion, right? If your whole offense is predicated on the illusion of complexity, right, motion is the illusion part of that complexity, right? It's one of the few variable drivers that you can have to basically show a different look. Although Ben Fennell had this tweet where he was like, "Can you use too much motion?" And the Bears literally like ran a guy in motion like 4 times, and it just felt at some point it feels like Peyton Manning, right? Where it's like Peyton Manning just doing like 15 audibles, and it's like, bro, just play. Come
play
on,
the game,
just
dude.
play the game.
Yeah, I feel that.
You're not gonna get the favorable matchup you were looking for, so let it go.
Right.
Okay, just let it go.
I love it. Oh, I love this. Dave, can we sew like 6 or 7 of these shirts together for oversized people? I'm telling you what, man. Go on the store. We've got like 3XL. Come on, dude. You can get into a 3XL. I know you can. This is a large, I think. You're good.
Do it.
You're good. So, yeah, we got motion. They're doing their thing with motion, obviously. What I love about Devontae being back, let's keep going on offense here. What I love about Devontae being back, he really opens them up. Backup, really. I mean, they were without him anyway, but now he helps open it up to a true pick your poison kind of attitude if you're the defensive coordinator. Because, look, as I just asked Aaron, at some point a team has to kind of declare during the game, okay, we're trying to take Devontae away because he's the quote-unquote one wide receiver they have, which, of course, is ridiculous. But a team has to say, look, we're going to double Devontae, and we're going to make other people beat us, or they're going to, quote-unquote, just do what we do, run our coverage, and we're going to take our chances, maybe letting Devontae man up with guys. Obviously, I think that's suicidal, but it's this thing where if you're a defensive coordinator, you kind of almost have to play, and I think this was the book on Brady years ago. You have to play kind of dial of coverage, like cover 2 1 snap, cover 1 snap, man 0 1 snap. Like you just have to like keep throwing stuff at them so they don't ever really get into a rhythm to think about, okay, well, this is what we're going to do on offense because we know this is the coverage you're going to play. I mean,
the problem with that strategy is like, are the Bucs even that good? I mean, are they good enough to do that?
I think they are. I think they have the talent. I think they have the talent to do it.
I think they are, but not against Aaron Rodgers, and that's the difference. Like
that's a big
the thing
key,
is,
obviously.
like we're gonna have our first drive that's gonna be scripted, right? So it's just gonna do whatever it's gonna do. It's gonna be designed to basically determine what they're gonna be in. They're gonna try to play a bunch of complicated stuff for that first drive as well. Try to get us to not score a touchdown. We're gonna score a touchdown, right? Then after we score a touchdown, we're gonna get into the second drive. Okay, now we're into the second drive. Okay, so now we're into the nitty gritty, right? Like the first drive is like all head tripping, right? It's like I worked all week on this. I worked all week on this. We come together, we meet in the middle, Packers score a touchdown, here we go. Second drive, right? I get into my second drive. Now it's all about Aaron Rodgers' reads and what he's seeing, right? Do the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have enough illusion of complexity with their man 0, their cover 2, their cover 1, whatever, mixing it up, that Aaron Rodgers isn't – at what point does Aaron Rodgers key in on what their strategy is? And the sooner that happens, the sooner it's over for the Buccaneers, to your point.
I tend to agree, sir. I tend to agree. Todd Bowles is a guy who loves to send the blitz, and we'll talk about that a little bit later during the preview of the Bucs game. But I'm with you in the sense of, like, yeah, once Aaron's there at the line of scrimmage, like, picking you apart, good luck. I mean, and that's what I get back to about pick your poison because, look, you want to take Devontae away, fine. They still have Aaron Jones, who has been ham all season. They still have an ability to beat you any number of ways. Rob Tonyan was one of the leaders in the NFL in touchdown receptions prior to the bye week. You know, it's like they clearly have a number of ways to attack you. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that chess match. And then finally, on the offensive side of the ball, we need to talk about the 1 yard line. We need to talk about the offense being on the 1 yard line. And this is clearly something I asked Matt about last week.
Why do we need to talk about this?
I don't understand. It's hard to watch,
Behnke.
It's hard to watch. Behnke.
Nagler.
hard to
Nagler.
watch.
Okay, look. Okay, we have a weapon. Okay, we have a weapon that has not been utilized that Larry the Rock McCarron talked about this week on
Yes,
the
he did.
Packers. I can't remember, but it is a weapon
Rock
that
Report.
everybody wants to. The Rock Report, that's what it is. And you know what's great is I think because he's worried about being biased, he rarely talks about his own position. But this week he talked about his own position, and I thought it was beautiful, and he basically pointed out the fact that Corey Linsley is operating as a man with a mission. I don't know what his mission is, but the mission is to
get
destroy
paid.
the other team. It is ridiculous. He showed some of the clips. He is literally by himself. And when he can do that, like that one play that really kind of blew my mind was the fact that he didn't, because Corey Linsley took his man, we didn't have to keep the chip blocker in on the tight end. So the tight end's available as a wide receiver. Right there, if Todd Bowles tries to blitz us, right? Immediately, we're going to be going to those kind of sets. I feel like I wanted to say before, if they blitz us early, I feel like it's over for them. They have to wait. They have to wait and take their shots. I think they know that, right? Because if they blitz early, it's not going to be pretty for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I feel like. I just don't. I don't think blitzing is your friend when you've got Corey Linsley playing like he's playing. When you got Jamal Williams and Aaron Jones chip blocking like they're doing. And the way that we're blocking, even without Allen Lazard, right? It's crazy.
Right. I hear you. Well, again, we'll touch on that during the Bucs preview.
I don't want to talk about the 1 yard line.
The 1 yard line, Behnke. I know it was a valiant attempt, but the numbers cannot be ignored. Now, as I asked Matt last week, we've seen Aaron Jones come up short on 4th and 1. We've seen Jamal Williams stuffed on the goal line. And to Matt's point, they were ready for it. It was a questionable play call. Probably should have gotten out of it and or handed the ball to MVS. All of that said, even outside of the Falcons game, this is crazy. And shout out to Bill Huber for digging this up. The Packers have 10 plays from the 1 yard line with 5 runs and 5 passes. This is since the start of Matt LaFleur's tenure here in Green Bay. They've scored 3 touchdowns. On 10 plays, 3 touchdowns from the 1. That 30% success rate ranks 28th in the NFL. 28, Behnke. There's 32 teams.
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
How many field goals?
Many.
Field goal counts in this situation.
Sir, you're on the 1 yard line.
So if
you want to settle for a field goal, you go right ahead. I want to punch it into the end zone. That's what I want to do. I don't know what you're over there doing, but I want to be inside the end zone, spiking the ball, celebrating a touchdown. That's just me. That's just how I was born.
I don't usually do this, but I wonder if it's not time to bring something that we haven't seen in a while back to the Green Bay Packers maybe for this instance.
The Packer Shark?
No, not the Packer Shark, Nagler. God, that's the worst. Now I got that in my head.
I love it. I got you so good there. That was great. No, what is it?
Didn't
what
Niall
needs
Diggs
to be
start that?
Didn't
Niall Diggs start that?
I think so. Yeah. Niall Diggs or
it was like
Niall
this,
Diggs,
right?
It was this, right? It was Niall Diggs or it was Nick Barnett. I can't remember which one, but it was one of them. It was a Packers linebacker though. It might have been Barnett.
No, Nagler, I want them to bring back Jumbo. Man, if we could bring back Jumbo, maybe that's what that 1 yard line needs. The 1 yard line screams for Jumbo.
Hey, I'll tell you this. Now, this is true. Last summer, we saw a play where Justin McCray was a eligible receiver as the extra, 6 offensive lineman, and he caught a touchdown pass in practice in training camp. Haven't seen them pull it out yet in a real game. This could be the game, baby. This could be the game. Maybe it's David Bakhtiari. Maybe it's Elton Jenkins. Who knows? Who might they split out eligible?
Ooh,
but
if David Bakhtiari scored a touchdown,
oh
my goodness!
Come on.
What do they call that? They call that heavy package, right? They call that heavy
something
package,
like heavy. Yeah. It was jumbo back in the day. Heavy works as well. But I mean, if Bakhtiari catches if Bakhtiari can score a touchdown, the internet will melt. That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing.
My goodness.
So I'm just
Dude,
here
if
to
he
say,
scores a touchdown, wait. We have to ask him. We have to ask him this, after the game if we ever get him. I know he was on today. When we went live, he was doing his press conference.
Mm-hmm.
We have to ask him if he were to score a touchdown, okay?
Right.
What would his touchdown dance be? Because I know what I want it to be, but I hope he's thinking about it.
See, that's the problem. Because you're caught there. Because you don't want to ask him about it. Because you don't want to get it out there for public consumption in a very public setting. Like, obviously, no one listens or watches this show, so we can talk about it.
No.
And, no Tampa Bay person is going to see or hear it. But you ask about it on a press conference, and then it gets disseminated to the opposing team, and then one of their PR guys passes it along to the coaching staff, and they go, "Oh, we better watch out for the tackle eligible play." And then you get blamed.
You know what
you
they're
get
going to do
blamed for it
though.
getting
You know what you do is you use the illusion of complexity, right?
Aha.
So you basically everybody keys in on Bakhtiari, and now Elton Jenkins gets or Corey Linsley gets a touchdown.
Oh my
Corey
God. Oh my
Linsley,
God.
free release,
Oh my God.
turnaround touchdown. I would die. I would literally have a heart attack and die.
See, but the problem
It would be
is
over for me.
I'd
I'd be happy.
But
I'd die.
It's near impossible to get the center eligible to catch a pass, but it would be amazing. Well, it'd be incredible.
Can you do that?
No,
How do you even do that?
Not traditionally, no. But what would be great?
Because he can't be eligible because he has the ball.
He's one of the 5 linemen. But here we go. No, here's how you do it.
No, I know he's
in,
one of the 5 linemen, but
you bring in Lucas Patrick into the huddle, right?
Yep.
As your extra lineman. Well, actually, now he's starting. So you bring in Lucas Patrick to play center, and then you kick Elton Jenkins in to the other side, and then you have a shuffle on the left side, and then you put Corey Linsley at tackle, and they don't know what's going on. They're like, "Oh my God, what is happening?"
They have no idea.
And then Corey Linsley leaks out.
But you still have to declare.
He blocks first.
You still have to.
Yeah, you have. It's like
You
63.
have to declare him though, so you still know
63
is an eligible receiver.
eligible. Yeah, exactly. So but at some point, get Corey Linsley out there and have him block first, and then release out, and then catch a touchdown pass. That's got to happen. We gotta suggest that to Coach. You just turn around and yell at Coach because he obviously listens to this show, so we got to tell him what's up. Or something like that. Maybe we should stop living in fantasy land and talk about the defense.
I wonder how much time. I want to know how much time has been spent by NFL head coaches to try to get the center to be able to be eligible and then catch a touchdown pass. Probably years. By the way.
Yeah, probably very.
It's been thought about.
By Humberto, I love it. David Bakhtiari catches the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl. I'm here for it. I'm here for it, people.
I'm here for that.
That's called creativity. Put Kenny Clark in at fullback. Jay Ricks knows what's going on. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, please.
Yes,
oh
please.
My goodness. Can you imagine if they put Z in as a halfback?
Oh,
what?
God. Oh, no. Yeah, but you see, you don't want to get too crazy because then you get into things like,
I want to get crazy.
Julius Peppers split out, getting a slant thrown at him, and then he drops it, and like they did in New Orleans all those years ago. I don't want that. Let the guys dominate at their positions. Although just one kind of wrinkle would be fun. I'm down with that. But hey,
jumbo package worked. If you look at Sherman, if you look at those times, jumbo works. I don't know why they don't. I don't know why they don't bring it back.
Wait a second. Well, because jumbo worked because of the personnel they had. I mean, if you look at Kevin Barry, U71, they literally called it U71 because he was number 71.
Yeah, it's great.
It's one thing to have the personnel and the ability to utilize that personnel as a jumbo. And you also had one of the best lines, if not the best line in the league at that time, with Mike Wall, Marco Rivera.
We do now, too, though. We do now, right now.
Well,
we do now.
Well, we do in pass protection, but apparently when they don't use motion, they have some trouble running the football. Corey Behnke. Aha! Oh,
that's
levels.
Why they need jumbo.
There are levels.
That's why they need jumbo. Levels.
Yeah, I guess.
That's why the levels need jumbo. I mean, maybe Brian Gutekunst should just get us like a refrigerator Perry type and just get off his ass already. Damn it.
Okay, let's talk about the defense because we are completely off the rails. Let's talk about Kenny Clark.
We need jumbo. I lost my
Let's
script.
talk about Kenny Clark.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about Kenny Clark being back and changing the entire dynamic of this defense. That's what's going to happen, people. Look, they were already playing better. They were trending upwards. Their defensive front, everything about it, playing better, although Dean Lowry still is kind of MIA, and I'm not liking it. But the rest of the defensive front playing pretty well.
We paid him.
Relax now, relax. But Kenny Clark, Kenny Clark is back.
Wait, the defense
Should
is
be
playing
back.
well, because if you ever watched this show or Watch Party, you would not think that the defense was any good.
I wish you would listen to me and actually listen to the words that come out of my mouth rather
Lip
than
mobility.
try to go for the kill shot about something I didn't say. Because I didn't say it was great. I didn't think it was good. I said it was playing better. And guess what? When you're not playing very well, there's only one way to go. I mean, you can only play a little better.
Well, there's two
hopefully.
ways to go.
I mean, you could go to total shitsville, but I mean, I'm just saying they're playing a little better. And that is obviously something you like to see. And now we add Kenny Clark into the mix. And whoo, baby. All right. Let's talk about Zadarius Smith probably getting attention. Let's talk about Rashawn Behnke coming back and obviously getting attention. Let's talk about Preston Smith, who has not gotten on his horse yet, but I have every faith.
Yeah,
every
you got to
piece
believe
of faith
that.
he
You got to
will.
believe that Preston Smith is going to ascend at some point. Like
At
he's
some
kind of
point.
been. You kind of feel like he hasn't been what you
Sacks
saw last
come
season.
in bunches, and I have no doubt that his pressures and sacks will continue to improve and or go up. But now, okay, if you're an offense, you're worried about all those guys. Okay, that's going to tend to spread things out. Oh, wait a second. There's one Mr. Kenny Clark waiting to wreck you from the inside. I'm telling you, the entire dynamic of this defense is about to change with the reappearance of one Kenny Clark. It's like when Batman came back in Dark Knight Rises and the whole city went, "Oh my God, he's back!" It's going to be like that. It's going to be just like
That'll
that.
be sweet. Wait,
It'll be great.
so I guess my question then is, if we see that on the field, is that going to reflect in your watch party reaction?
Why are you so concerned about how I react?
Or is it all going to go to shit as soon as you see a bad tackle? Because that's what I think is going to happen. I think it's going to be like the defense is going to be ascending, and then you're going to see a bad tackle and lose your mind.
Corey, I got a question for you.
I feel like bad tackles are your kryptonite. I think we need to talk about this psychologically.
No, I got a question for you. Do you think people tune in to Watch Party for a theatrical production or for raw, true emotion and reaction? What do you think? If you had to guess, are people there for theater or for an actual authentic experience? I'll let you take your time and answer.
Yeah, but
I
don't know the answer to your question.
No, there are two possibilities here. I don't need a but I want to know. Why do you think people tune in? Is it because we offer such an amazing piece of theater?
I think they tune in.
Or
I think
because
they
they're
tune
looking
in
for
you and I to
reactions?
yell at stuff. I think there's two things. I think it's visceral reactions, I think, is the answer that you're looking for.
Okay.
But I think that there's two things. I think there is our camaraderie, which, with the whole latency thing, sometimes we miss on,
Just
which
a
is
little bit
fine because
out,
we're
right,
remote.
right. Yep.
So sometimes, we miss on that. But I'm not there. I feel like with Watch Party, because I'm not there,
Right.
I can't bring you back to zero, right? I feel like I'm good at
Why
bringing
do
you
I
back
need
to
to
zero.
be brought
And
back to zero? I don't understand this control, this aspect of
because
needing
you
to
can't
control me.
handle bad tackling.
So
You can't handle it.
Hey, guess what? I've been on this planet 47 fucking years, and at this point, yeah, you're right. I'm sick of bad tackling, and I'm allowed to be upset by it. I do think for a moment, everything going on in the world, whether we're shut down because of COVID or whether I'm doing whatever in my personal life, and you know what? There's a little fucking sliver of the world where I can sit back and allow myself to be upset, to be unfiltered. You're right, Behnke. I'm going to be upset by bad tackling and poor defensive play. I'm sorry. That's
I know
just
this.
how it is.
I know this.
I know. We've been
I know this.
Right, exactly. So
Everyone knows.
that's where we're at.
That's fine. I'm not trying to change you. It's fine.
Nagler, any comments on Rogers Tuesdays on the McAfee show? What would the comment be? I don't understand. Did he mention us? Did Cheesehead TV get a shout out that I missed? I don't think so.
No.
So
I don't think he did. But he didn't hate on us either. So
I don't know. I don't know. No. I don't know. So I don't know. I have no comments because I don't know what you're talking about. All right. Now we got to talk about
defense, Nagler. We're talking
Yep,
about defense.
we're talking about defense, and we got to talk about it. Got to talk about it, Behnke.
Josh Jackson.
We do indeed. Josh Jackson, let me Rob, can you take me wide for a second? I got to address the camera. I got to address Josh. And keep the lower third down there. I want Josh to know. Buddy, it's a big test. I understand. These are some really talented hombres that you're about to go up against. Most likely you're going to have to play a lot because Kevin hasn't practiced all week. You're the perimeter guy, next man up. I believe in you. All right? Knock all these fools off the internet. Tell them, yo, I'm Josh Jackson, and I'm here to play. I cannot wait until you get up in someone's grill and press man coverage. I cannot wait until you make a big pass breakup. I cannot wait until you take a pick 6 to the house against Tom Brady. I believe in you, Josh. Go kill it. All right, that's all. I know. Okay, okay. Is all that going to happen? I don't know. But I believe in Josh. I think he had a really good summer at camp. I know a lot of people were down on him, not only from the moment he got drafted, but all throughout his Packers tenure. I am here for it. I am here for Josh stepping up in a big game, a big showdown. Kevin most likely will not play. If the early indications of this week are any indication, I'm all for it, baby. Get out there, go up against the best, and kill it. That's all I have to say about Josh Jackson.
Go up against the best? Who's the best?
Well, Mike Evans is pretty good. Goblin's pretty good. They have a really good...
The best?
I'm the best of the... Come on now, Behnke.
Did somebody fart in this room? What happened? My face is like making a disgusting face. Nagler, the best.
Behnke.
Tom Brady doesn't even know what down it is, Nagler. He doesn't even know what down it is.
I'm talking about the wide receivers,
This team is going to get
Behnke.
destroyed. The wide receivers, they can't get the ball if Tom Brady can't throw it to them. Come on
That's
now.
Fine.
Let's do this.
That's fine. At some point, he's going to get the ball off, and then Josh is going to have to step up. That's all I'm saying.
I'm ready for it.
All I'm saying.
I'm ready for it.
I'm ready for it, too.
I'm ready for it.
I believe in Josh. That's what I'm saying here.
How come on here there's not a third thing in the defense?
Because I killed it. I just killed it. I talked to the guys beforehand, and I was writing it out, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Because you know why, Behnke? Because I knew we were going to be off the rails. I knew that at 5:30 Eastern Time, we were going to be completely off the rails. That's why.
All right. Well, here we are.
Here we are. So let's talk about this Buccaneers game, shall we?
Yes, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about Sunday, 4:25 Eastern, kickoff down there at Tampa Bay with fans in the stands, Behnke. First game this year they've had a true kind of audience, crowd, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, they had like 700 people in New Orleans. But this is the first kind of real environment they'll be in. They're going to fire the cannons. Oh, my God. Whenever they score, whatever bullshit they do down in Tampa.
I still think that Rodgers will get a free play, though. I don't think the crowd's going to be big enough to really negate that.
Yes, he will. That's what I've been saying all week. Because, look, yes, they will have people in the stands, but it's nowhere near a full stadium. And they will be able to operate without a silent count. And when that happens, that tilts the field directly in the Packers' favor. I mean, there's no two ways about it. And, look, I understand like Rodgers is the GOAT when it comes to, getting guys off sides, free play, etc. People want opposing fans mostly want to complain about it. Sorry, you didn't mask up, America, but now you have to deal with Aaron Rodgers laying waste to your football teams. If you would have masked up and socially distanced, you could have just had people in the stands, but no, you didn't. You made a total mockery of the recovery, and now Aaron Rodgers is here to make you pay the price while you watch your favorite football team. Sorry, that's just the way life goes. That's all I got to say about that.
I mean, I gotta say that watching the offensive juggernaut ascend that is the Green Bay Packers is probably getting me through 2020 like nothing else right now.
I totally hear you there. It's weird. Isn't that weird? Isn't that odd? Like, could you imagine being
my whole life hinges on a freaking offense? Yeah.
Could you imagine being a Jets fan through this? Could you imagine?
No.
Could you imagine?
I can't imagine. No.
Waking up and going, my favorite team is a fucking joke. And by the way, Packers fans, that was your team when Corey and I were growing up. Like when we were young, we were little toddler tykes, whatever you want to call it, and we grew up with a team as bad as the Jets. Yes, we did. Yeah. Yes, we did. So it's all cyclical. Enjoy it. Enjoy it.
It's very enjoyable. It's very enjoyable.
It is indeed.
And we talked about Todd Bowles, so
Todd Bowles will bring it.
Is he going to blitz? Is he not going to blitz?
He's going to blitz.
When is he going to blitz?
He can't help it. He can't help it. He can't help it. Todd is going to bring the house. Now, I thought it was interesting. Devin White was quoted.
I hope he does.
Tuesday. He wants to be part of an aggressive game plan. He wants to be unleashed on Aaron Rodgers. And, bring it, man. I'm with you. Now, look, that's not to say that they can't get home and or make life difficult for Rodgers and the offense, because they can. I mean, you don't have to look much further than that New Orleans game where Allen, the defensive coordinator for the Saints, brought a lot of different looks, a lot of different pressures. The Packers, they handled most of it, but there were a number of times when, Rodgers' first sack is a perfect kind of example of that, where he goes empty and they adjust, and the Packers do a poor job of adjusting to their adjustment. That's something that hopefully gets worked out, gets ironed out.
But the thing about that, and even that play, which actually I remember, which I know you have that didactic memory, but I actually remember that, it's only if the Packers get in their own way. To your point, the Packers have to, like this season, like last season, and even 2 years ago. I mean, 2 years ago, if we were talking right now, we'd be like freaking out because all they're doing is 5-step drops and 7-step drops, and they can't protect anything, right? The difference here is they've been more disciplined, so that if the team adjusts to them, they adjust back and they get disciplined and throw an out, or they throw, they do their bunch formation, and they confuse the defense again and do something short, or run the ball, or throw to a running back. I mean, there's so many more options that I don't feel like they had 2 years ago that are legit options right now, and it's just a matter of whether they go to those, right?
Yes.
It's not. I guess my point here is like, it's not about do we have those things. Yes, we have those things. The only way we lose to the Buccaneers, in my opinion, is if we, like you said, if we don't adjust to what they're doing. If we just get stubborn and we're like, you know what, we're going to do this and that's it. But I feel like you see this team is so fluid with offense.
Yes.
It changes so much. There's so many different dynamics to this offense that to me is what's most exciting about it. And knowing Matt LaFleur for the little time that we've known him, there is no way, okay, just knowing this, there is no way we are done seeing the looks on this offense, because if there's one thing he knows, it's that with the illusion of complexity, the reason I like it so much is that it allows you to be different enough. And that difference is what gets you through the season, so that guys and defensive coordinators can't key on you
can't
so
tee
much.
off on you. Right. Very much agreed. That's all very well said. And I think a perfect example of what you're talking about was coming out of halftime in that Falcons game. That first drive in the third quarter was putrid. It was hard to watch. And then you turn around in the next drive, they're like, bing, boom, boom, they're in the end zone. I do think, yes, they do a very good job of being malleable, of being multiple. And Matt mentioned it today, the desire to be multiple, the desire to be able to kind of morph and turn into whatever they need to, depending on what the defense presents them. I agree with that. Now, back to the Saints game, there was a point in the fourth quarter where Rodgers adjusted to the adjustment and tried to throw hot to Lazard, and Malcolm Jenkins did a fantastic job of taking it away, what was obviously the hot read, and Rodgers had to dump it down into the flat to Sternberger. They come up short, and they have to punt. Those are the kind of things. That's the cat and mouse game. I don't know if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will follow that blueprint, but I do think it will be fascinating to watch, because Bowles has forever and ever been a pressure guy, a guy who likes to send a lot of it. So I don't know. Like you said, you want to blitz Aaron early. I don't know.
But my thing about pressure, and I haven't done the math, so I'm totally talking it out of my ass. What else is new?
Hey, that's this whole show. Come on now. That's what we do.
Oh, that's this show. That's right. Sorry.
This is Packer Transplants.
Sir, this is an Arby's. So I just don't know if Does pressure work against Aaron Rodgers? And I don't say that flippantly as much as it was kind of a hyperbolic thing. But, yes, of course, pressure works against any quarterback. But I don't know in this instance if pressure alone can work against Aaron Rodgers. I just don't think with the weapons that he has that's going to be the difference maker.
Well, here's the thing. It's not so much. No, it's not dumb. The thing is, look. It's not so much does pressure work against Aaron Rodgers. It's does pressure work against this iteration of the Packers offense, right? And Aaron Rodgers running it. Because so far, for the most part, not always, but for the most part, they've had the answers to the test. And that wasn't always the case in recent years. There were a number of teams. You don't have to look. I would venture to say if you did a search on Twitter and found live tweets of games for the last couple of years, and you saw games where people were saying, I can't believe they're blitzing Aaron Rodgers, and it's working. Obviously not those exact words, but those sentiments have been expressed a number of times, specifically probably through the last couple of years of Mike McCarthy. But even last year, there were a number of games where you saw teams sending guys and getting home. And that's something that you didn't see a whole lot of when Rodgers was winning MVPs. They were going to the Super Bowl, what have you. This year, with Rodgers playing in rhythm, and shout out to Brandy because she mentioned it on the chat a little while ago, the fact that he's getting the ball out in rhythm, playing within the structure of the offense, has to give you pause as a defensive coordinator where you're sitting there saying, all right, I want to get to him because he's carving us up, and I want to get him on the ground. But if I do it, and he hits this guy in rhythm, he hits his hot route, he hits his outlet, they could potentially gash us for a big one. So I do think it's got to be a bit of, a calculated risk on the part of the defensive coordinator. And when that happens, so far, the Packers have had the answer to that quiz. I mean, we'll see what Bowles does.
I don't see that
Sunday.
Changing, but I'm a fan, so.
The other thing I think we're going to see a lot of in this game, and I hate to say it, but Tom Brady is going to produce. And I know Packer fans are sitting here and they always shut up. The Packers are going to kill him. And I do think the Packers win this game. But I think Tom Brady is going to push the ball downfield with some success. I just think as much as we want to sit here and say we're going to be able to get them in 3rd and long and let the pass rushers tee off, I do think those opportunities are going to be few and far between. I think they're going to have a plan that gets the ball out of Brady's hands in rhythm quickly, 3-step drops, what have you. They have pushed the ball down the field a number of times in a number of games. That's obviously what Bruce Arians likes to do. There's no doubt that Brady has taken to it, and he likes it. But for this game in particular, I think Jones, the running back, is going to get a lot of carries. They're going to try and stay ahead of the sticks, kind of old school football almost, and they're going to take their shots off play action. They're going to work the middle of the field, and Brady's going to produce. He's going to put up numbers. As much as I hate to say it, I don't think anyone should be holding their breath and thinking, maybe we can hold them down.
I mean, he is the master of dinking and dunking.
He is. He has been.
And
exactly.
He can move the ball down the field. That's what he does. There's something in my gut that tells me that we're going to get a pick and that it's going to come from Jair Alexander. That's what I'm hoping for. And I think that you are seeing, you know how they say the rise and fall of the Roman civilization?
Yeah,
you are watching the decline of Tom Brady in front of our very eyes. And I hope that we can further that decline on Sunday.
I mean, it ain't so much the, decline of Tom Brady as it is Father Time, which will undoubtedly get not only him
and Drew Brees. This is their season. Drew Brees and Tom Brady. I'm sorry, you probably need to retire. At the end of the season,
did you watch that
guys.
game on Monday night? My God, Drew Brees has these fucking rainbow balls. He can't get anything there in any kind of laser, get it there quick, whatever. Everything's got to be a balloon ball. That guy, his arm is shot. Mm-hmm. And doesn't mean you can't be productive because we saw it on Monday night.
Nope.
But man, boy, is his arm done. Anyway, I digress. Now, finally, the last point I wanted to make about the Bucs game and this matchup in particular is the Packers need to take advantage of an undisciplined Buccaneers team. The Bucs are coming off a game where they committed 11 penalties for 109 yards. They literally gave the Bears a football field worth of field position with their penalties. And to this point, Todd Bowles was the head coach here in New York with the Jets, and that team was completely undisciplined. So many penalties all the time. You go back to his time as a coordinator even before the Jets. His defenses, his teams have been very undisciplined. I do not doubt for a moment that Sunday we'll see a lot of that as well, and the Packers absolutely 1,000% have to take advantage of that because I don't think this Tiger is going to change its stripes. I think they're going to be undisciplined. They're gonna have like moments of some inspired play, some athletically brilliant play, but they're also going to have moments of, wow, we just gave Aaron Rodgers a free shot. We just gave Aaron Rodgers a free first down. We just gave Aaron Rodgers extra motivation with a cheap shot, what have you.
Yeah.
That is coming. And when that happens, the Packers, and I think they will, have to, maintain their composure, B, absolutely dominate this team because I think the potential is there because of how undisciplined the Buccaneers have been. Not just last week. This has been kind of their MO all year. They have been a very undisciplined team when it comes to penalties. And, hey, that's free yardage. We'll take it. The Packers got to take advantage. Anything else?
I mean,
I
think you even see – I think you even saw you've already seen Rodgers taking advantage where he thinks a guy actually has a penalty and he'll throw it to that guy. I mean, I think you're going to see that.
Right.
You'll probably see that.
You saw it on Monday night against the Falcons. Absolutely. 100%. Anything else for the Buccaneers matchup, Corey Behnke?
No.
All right. Rob, let's do it. Hit it. Oh, no. Oh, no. There it is.
There we go.
This week in the Packer blogosphere.
That's right. It's this week in the Packer blogosphere, the return of that venerable series. Corey, I know you are.
I like you having to scream over it. That's nice. I like that.
I don't know.
I like that.
I know you're an avid consumer of all things Packers on the internet. I know that's what you do. It's what I do.
Especially if it has Rob Domofsky in it.
I mean, if Rob is there, it's appointment viewing. We have no doubt about it. But can we just I want to address Chris Roth and the whole team over there at Cover 2. Because, look.
Okay.
I love the On the Clock segment, but can we get Cover 2 in its entirety on the internet already? I mean, Rob,
what's going on? Is it like Wildy's? Maybe it's Wildy's contract or something.
I mean, right? I mean, Wildy's contract or Rob's contract with ESPN or Mark Daniels. I don't know. But can we throw up this graphic?
Though.
I know, but this is my point.
It's the internet.
Wait, Rob, throw up this picture. I want to show the folks at home. Look at this. Okay, so this is On the Clock, right? So Roth comes over to the video wall. Ooh, video wall, Green Bay. What's up? Okay, very nice. Ooh, slick. But this is literally the end of the show. These guys have had an entire show prior to this moment. Like I want the whole thing. I want the Ruta to the Tuta. I want soup to nuts. I want all five
I get to
acts.
watch it. I watch it. I have it. DVR'd.
I know because you're in Green Bay. That's my point. All right, and okay, so
I DVR that. I DVR. There's so many shows. I DVR the Spectrum show with.
Can we
Leroy
get them
Butler,
on the internet, please? Can we get Cover 2 on the internet?
Also, why aren't all the Packers like there's a coach show of the Packers? Why isn't that always in it? It's weird to me. I don't understand. I don't get it.
It's 2020. Earth to WBAY. It's Earth. We're calling for the internet. That's where everyone is. I know it's very nice that you have this performance for Corey Behnke in his mansion there in Green Bay. But the rest of us around the world would like to hear from Jason Wilde, would like to hear from Rod Domofsky, would like to hear from Mark Daniels. We want to know what these guys have to say because you know why? They cover this team every day.
Slow down. Wait. Okay, everybody but Mark Daniels, but I'm with you with everything else. But okay.
You know, what's so funny is I'm sitting here going, these guys, Cover the team every day. Well, you can agree with them or you can not, but, they're, like, putting the work in, and Behnke's like, no, I'm going to shit on that guy. Like, I don't know. I know why I bother. But, okay. But to this point, so –
I mean, tell me something. Okay, Nagler. Tell me something, Mark Daniels, that I don't know about the Packers. Do it one time. Never done it. Hate to tell you, but you never done it. In my whole entire life, you never done it, okay? So I'm sorry. I'm not shitting on a guy. I'm shitting on a person who cannot do their job, okay? I just said that out loud. Okay. Boom.
You done? You done? Are we done? Are you done shitting on people?
No, just tell me something. Just tell me something. I just can't stand the Captain Obviouses of the world. I'm already Captain Obvious. I don't need it in my life, okay? I need you to tell me something. At least Wildy will give me a nugget sometimes. Demovsky's always going to give me that, like, hang time nugget, right? Wes is going to give me some guy I never heard of, cancer story, that I'm like, oh, I'm crying right now. I'm crying, right? Matt Schneidman's going to keep continuing the internal riff of Bob versus Rob, right? But at least there's something, okay? Mark Daniels, what do you got? What do you got, Mark Daniels? Tell me something I don't know, okay? Tell me something. One thing.
So anyway, we talk about cover 2. We talk about something we did get to see on the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to brace yourself. I want everyone sitting down. I want everyone to assume an upright position, grab onto something firm so you don't get blown out of your seat. I want everyone to witness this. Rob, play this video. I want everyone to see it.
I'm going to say they're going to have one game affected, and it's going to be the Super Bowl because they're going to be playing it a couple weeks later, and they're going to be in it a couple weeks later than it is scheduled right now.
That's right. Packers will have how many games affected by COVID? Rob Demovsky says one game, the Super Bowl. That's right. He says not only will the Super Bowl be pushed back, that's not the headline, but the Packers will be in the Super Bowl. You heard it. The worldwide leader of sports, ESPN, who employs Rob Demovsky, Disney and their hierarchy, their hegemony, they're like, look, this is the guy to cover this team, the 100-plus years of Packers football. This is the man that you should you should give yourself to cover the team. This is the man telling you Packers are going to the Super Bowl. Packers are going to the Super Bowl, Behnke! Let's go. Let's go.
I got a small nit to pick. Of all the games that are not going to be affected by COVID, the Super Bowl is not going to be affected because it's got the most money riding on it. It's got the most stuff riding on it.
No,
I don't
but I
see
understand.
it being affected.
No, but it could be affected in the sense of being pushed back a week or even 2.
The date? I don't think so. I don't think so.
No, for the
I haven't read the contracts, but I don't think so.
For the exact reason you're talking about, all the money at stake. It's like
the monies.
The monies. I think, we'll see.
I mean, let's just talk about this. We don't have this in our show. I don't understand why we don't have this in our show.
What?
Okay,
what don't
but
we
it's
have?
probably because I don't weigh in on the script.
Maybe you should.
What is going on with the NFL? Are they going to actually forfeit a team already? What is going on? Are they just going to let Bob Kraft walk all over them? I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm so done. Like, I'm not done. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm done with the idea of being the done thing. I'm not done like the people that are like, I'm not watching the NFL anymore. I just am like, dude, can the NFL just stop rolling out the red carpet for Jerry Jones and Bob Kraft? Like, do we just stop? Can we just stop?
No, that will
please?
never happen. That will never happen. And B, the Titans were the ones who really screwed everything up. Why are you upset about the Patriots? I'm confused. I'm a little lost.
Like, why are we playing? And I'm just like,
because the Patriots got a bye week or whatever.
The Patriots.
Oh, I see. I think
they were just like, the Patriots are going to bye week.
Yeah, but the Patriots faced like a team that had COVID and they were affected and they had COVID themselves with Cam Newton. Like, come on.
Forfeit. Forfeit.
No.
Forfeiture.
No.
Yes.
Hey,
yes,
if there's a team that should have forfeited.
It's a game.
Behnke, these guys who play the game that you're enjoying, have paychecks that they are entitled to. And if the game gets forfeited or doesn't get played, a lot of these guys, per their contracts, don't get paid. So
why are there 64 people on the practice squad? If there's 64 people on the practice squad, play them in the game. So now we got replacement players.
There are 16. B, on the practice squad. B, the Titans had a number of guys who didn't play in the game last night. Tuesday Night Football, by the way. First time in forever that's happened.
Tuesday Night Football.
Last night, the Titans played a number of guys because the other guys were sat down because they are on the COVID list, blah, 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 blah. If there's a team that should have forfeited or had been forced to forfeit, it's the Titans, not the Patriots.
I agree with you.
I
agree with you, but here's
your
my
Patriots hatred. We all hate the Patriots. I get that. But if there's a team that needed to
this is how I feel about the Patriots.
I feel you. I love that we're
to the Packers side.
I love that we're totally off the rails now because we are like 55 minutes in and it doesn't
understand. Nagler, I understand what you're saying.
Behnke.
Here's my point, okay? And
right.
whether it's the Patriots or whether it's the Titans,
to quote Larry Summers in Social Network, please arrive at the point.
Play the game or forfeit. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, should we get to some super chats and interactivity with the viewing public?
Do it.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's see what's up. Hey, Saul. Shout out to Saul. Kamal Martin and Chris Barnes will be a really good tandem. Thank you for the super chat. Yes. Yes.
Chris Barnes, yes.
Yes. Now, Kamal is probably a week or two away yet from joining the fray, so to speak. But, dude, yes, that will be tantalizing to watch. No doubt about it. What else we got here? We got Back the Pack 2257. Thank you for your super chat. Nothing like Packer Transplants to make mowing the lawn suck less. Thanks to everyone at CheeseheadTV for what you all do for Packers fans worldwide.
How do you listen to a show while you're mowing the lawn?
Behnke, it's the year 2020. Did you really just ask that question? You are the head of a company.
But I'm like, isn't the lawnmower like really loud? I know, but when you have headphones on, maybe
noise canceling? What are you talking about right now, Behnke? I thought you were the CEO and co-founder
this is me, buddy.
of a live production company.
This is me right here.
Yeah, it is.
There you go.
That is most certainly you. Let's give a shout out to Patrick, who is a hardcore, not only Packers fan, but Cheesehead TV fan, major Patreon contributor. Thank you so much, Patrick. Thank you for the super chat.
Wow.
Don't forget to like Cheesehead TV. Thank you. I couldn't agree more. Hit like on this video. Subscribe to the channel.
Wow. Thanks for the super chat.
All in on that. Lloyd Dixon. Lloyd Dixon says, can the center just snap the ball to him to sell the run? I'm a little lost here on the spelling because he's said ball to him, SELN run. So I think he kind of Lloyd seems to have run out of steam while he was typing. I think what Lloyd's talking about is like the old well, maybe Pop Warner trick of snap the ball
so that the center can just go forward. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
The quarterback touches the ball and then he keeps it. He brings it back and then like dives forward. I do believe that is against the rules in the NFL, but I will have to look it up in the NFL rule book. But Lloyd, thank you for the super chat. Hey, speaking of super chats, Overshadow Sean, old school, major Cheesehead TV fan. Love you, Overshadow. Still at work, so we'll listen later. Have a few brews on me. Go, Pack, go. I mean,
thanks, Overshadow, Sean.
Overshadow's the man. He's just the man. And then finally, we have Legless One. Legless, what's up, buddy? I recognize you not only from Packers Daily, but also from Cheesehead TV Trivia. Good to see you, buddy. If you don't have a squatty potty, you need one. I don't even know what that's about, but I'm all in on it. Because you are correct.
What?
We all need it. We all need it. That's probably about someone's children, child rearing. I don't know. But you know what? 100%. Totally agree. Behnke, you should look to get one at your home in Green Bay. All right.
No.
We got anything else? Behnke, you got anything else for the fine folks at home?
I just want to give a little Patreon shout out to all our Patreons.
There you go.
Thank you for supporting us.
That was a bit of a
really
test, Behnke, to see if you're following the script. Well done.
This is from my heart, Nagler. Don't accuse me of following the script. That's not. I don't like it. Okay.
Okay.
This is from my heart. Okay.
All right.
It's cold in there,
sir.
but it's
Sir,
from there. It's
the
warming
floor
up.
is sir. The floor is yours. Please do tell of the Patreon members.
The Packers have warmed it up. No, I appreciate the Patreon members. Thanks, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate.
Hey,
you know. Did you know?
What? What did I know? What did I know?
Nothing. I'm not going to say it.
I do want to give a shout out to our Patreon members for the Zoom happy hours. They have been absolutely fucking fantastic. I can't tell you how cool it is. We have a very informal gathering every week. It is a lot of fun. It is very informal, but it's so cool because we have people not only from all over the country, literally from all over the world. Patrick, who I just mentioned, Mark in the UK. We got people all over the world who chime in our Cheesehead TV Zoom happy hour each and every week. Our next one is tomorrow night. I can't wait. It's a lot of fun to chat Packers with everyone. It's also a ton of fun to chat Packers with all of you each and every day on Packers Daily, here on Packer Transplants every week. Corey, anything else for the fine folks out there on the land of the internet?
Let's do this. 5-0, baby. Let's
5-0. Let's go. That'll do it for this episode of Packer Transplants. We'd like to thank everyone who joined us today and who makes Cheesehead TV part of their daily Packers routine. We are and will always be devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide.
I have a question, Aaron, for Aaron Nagler. Does he go by Packer? I see Packer Aaron sometimes writes on Cheesehead TV. Is that his? Does he go by that, or is that somebody else?
Oh yes, yeah, that's me.
Okay,
That goes way back. I think when we started the site.